Hello, it's Megan and welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing 50 facts about myself because I realized I probably should have started with kind of introductory video or something. You probably already know this if you watched my first video. I love reading. I've always loved reading and I always will love reading, and it's just amazing, and if I ever stop reading, that's not me. I've always wanted a pet cat, but my parents always say no because responsibility and so much fur. I like the vibe of old or vintage photographs, or like old vintage kind of things, like old postcards and photographs, like I said, black and white art and stuff like that. I always just thought it was really cool. My MBTI personality type is INFJ, which stands for introverted something feeling, I think, and judging. Intuition. One of them means intuition. I forgot which one. I have the same copies of Harry Potter as Conan Gray, or at least the copies that he did have when he was making YouTube videos. I collect postcards every time my family goes traveling. I make them buy me at least 1 or 2 postcards, and at the end of the trip I put them up on my wall, and I have a little collection around my calendar. These are the postcards that I've collected so far. My favorite ice cream was vanilla for the longest time because I thought it was just the most consistent flavor in every country. It would taste the same, so I was like, okay, well, no risk here. I can speak conversationally in Mandarin, and I'm aiming to be able to improve my Mandarin and have more conversations in Mandarin with my family. I have a Squishmallow collection on my bed, and it was started by this one Squishmallow that I got from Canada's Wonderland, and then my sister got so obsessed with it, and then we ended up sharing an entire collection. We have a bunch of mini ones and like 4 big ones. I thought I would be an artist when I was younger, and I made my parents buy me a whole art set with like pastels and markers and paint, and I used it 5 times. I think my sisters used it more than I have. I love Greek mythology, and I love Greek mythology references and memes and books and like anything. Oh, and before you ask, oh Megan, why are you wearing the same shirt? Did you not change? This is washed. I filmed the other video last week so I can re-wear my shirts after they come out of the washing machine. I journal every day, or at least I try to. I have this empty notebook where I write for half a page, which takes me about 15 minutes. And I also have a 5-minute journal that I do, and it only takes me like 2 minutes. So the title is a lie. I had a phase where every time I listened to a new song, I would make it into a playlist. A bat once flew into our house. I still don't know how that happened. We were all freaking out, and it was it was crazy. I want to be a New York Times best-selling author at one point in the future. I want to befriend 50 different celebrities. The ones I most want to befriend are Conan Gray, Olivia Rodrigo, and Leah Salva Jeffries. I don't have TikTok. I deleted it this summer because I thought it was really bad for me. I didn't like how I felt when I was on TikTok, so it's gone. My favorite type of weather is morning fog. I really like the weather when it's at 17 degrees. I prefer colder weather than warmer weather. I prefer tea over coffee, specifically green tea or matcha. Coffee is really bitter and it sucks, and I don't know why people drink it for fun. I love coffee. Who's holding you hostage? My hair used to stick directly up, like I was about to be struck by lightning when I was younger. My mom would always like just tie it up so I'd look like a Teletubby. I don't know if you can see it very clearly, but that's baby me. And as you can see, the hair is flying upwards. Gravity doesn't exist. I know how to crochet and knit. I want to pick up sewing next summer because I picked up knitting this summer. So if I pick up a new hobby every summer, and then every 2 to 3 summers revising all of like the old hobbies. Going back to the playlist phase that I have a lot of playlists that are just 1 to 2 songs. The only thing is just that one song. I taught myself to write in cursive 4 years ago. Now I write in cursive. I've had the same pen pal since I was 9. There was a whole year where we went without communication, and then she contacted me again and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Anyways, if she sees this, I'm so sorry. I really like thick books, but looking at them scares me. It's either hit or miss. Either they're the best books I've ever read, or there's just too much of everything. In 7th grade, I watched Harry Potter every weekend as an attempt at escapism. I have a DVD player and I have all the Harry Potter DVDs, and most of the time I would watch it with my sister and we would take turns choosing. I have Harry Potter basically memorized now. I had a big tones and I phase when I was in 5th grade. There is something about her voice that I really like, and it was so unique. My favorite song is Madhouse. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this already. My favorite books are dystopian. I've never really been able to get attached to TV shows and movies that are in series other than Harry Potter the way that I get attached to books and like book series. I like books better than basically everything. I have a younger sister. She's great. I cook for her and clean for her. I don't do anything for her. Just bring her lots of food. I love strawberry flavored things, strawberry flavored ice cream, or just strawberries. I can sometimes write poetry. I can only really write poetry when I'm really sad, so I'm like a part-time poet. I've never cried over a book. I want a typewriter. They're so cool. I'm very socially awkward. I didn't really understand that I was socially awkward, and I thought that I was just weird and stupid. Being around people makes me so uncomfortable, and there usually is only like 1 or 2 people that I don't feel really awkward with. My online name was Maisie for a really long time, like Maisy. I don't know why I spelled it like that. I thought that was how it's spelled. It means the same thing as Megan. Now, one of my favorite singers is Macy Peters. Speaking of singers, I also really like the French singer Angèle. I'm not sure if that's how you say it, but yeah, I just really like her voice. I have a Notion page with 50 story ideas, and a bunch of them like romance, and I don't even read romance, so I don't know why I have that many in the first place. I prefer short films, like the ones that you can find on YouTube, over movies and shows. I hated the texture of seaweed for so long, the ones you can buy packs of. Like, it just felt so weird on my tongue. I love matcha flavored sweets, specifically sweets. If you give me anything that's not sweet and matcha flavored, I will be dying of bitterness. I have 140 Pinterest boards in total, and I did count. I went through all of it, my entire Pinterest. Originally I was gonna say I have like about 100, but I counted it and I have 140. I had a really big Pinterest obsession and I still have it. I love Pinterest. I get headaches easily. I don't know why. It's not even big ones, it's just these minor ones that bother me so much. I prefer libraries over bookstores because personally I think that libraries are just free bookstores. And speaking of libraries, I haven't been to a public library for over 2 years. I had my 5-minute journal for 2 years before I actually started using it. It was just like gathering dust for 2 years. I love true crime, and it actually started from Penelope Scott's song Lot of True Crime. I found this amazing podcast called Morbid. I love them so much. Right now I'm listening to Jack the Ripper Part 3. The only thing I do on my bed is sleep and occasionally read on it. I don't really understand those people who can do everything on their bed, because how do people study on their bed? Like, how do you not fall asleep when you study? Last but not least, I like every kind of pop music. I like rock pop, indie pop, bedroom pop, I don't know, romantic pop, any kind of pop. Oh, hyper pop too, that's so good. Those are my 50 facts. I hope you guys have a great week. Bye!